This is Movie Time Warp, a podcast where 5 film school friends in ugly chairs rank and discuss the best movies from the past. This season we are warping back to 1987.
It's showtime.
Hello, and welcome to Movie Time Warp, a podcast where we talk about the best movies of a certain year. This season, we're going to 1987. We're going to talk about the 10 best movies of that year. But on this episode, we're going to talk about some honorable mentions, some movies that didn't quite make the list. I'm your host, Beasley.
I'm Matt.
I'm Corey.
I'm Jeremy. I'm Anthony Ace Dizzle.
Matt's very excited about it.
I am. Hey, so incidentally,
Surprise, motherfucker.
while you're turning in, we're talking about the best movies of 1987. These are the ones that didn't make the list. I don't know why he's got the giggle so hard.
I don't either.
I felt like destroying something beautiful.
Gay.
Me and him are like 3 layers deep on a joke before it starts.
Should we just start over?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to need to.
That is priceless.
Move this man.
Hey, Corey, we're not gonna break this roll. Just give me a Fight Club quote real quick, please.
I felt like destroying something beautiful.
1987. What a magical year of film.
A great year for film.
wait,
Once we deep dived into it.
Wait, we need to pause for a moment because we need to tell the people that are watching our first episode what the show's about.
You're goddamn right.
Well, the show's about the best movies of 87.
Okay.
Will the
so-
people not at home know what this is about?
Hey, you watching for some reason.
Bro, what are you
This-
talking about, man?
This podcast has 5 friends who went to film school together and
They
then
got that in the intro.
We're all friends.
I'm a cunt.
So,
you guys took shots.
so yes, this podcast is about the best movies of certain years that we choose. We chose 87.
We do a
We
top 10
chose
list.
10, but
These are the turds that didn't make it.
they're not turds.
Not quite turds.
No, they're not. They're absolutely
They're not
These are-
turds.
These are movies we fight for.
People fall for these movies, but they didn't quite make it. So
Like 3 Men and a Little Baby. I love it.
And it's like one of the top grossing films of that year.
It's
correct?
the number one.
It was number 1.
And I never watched
It's not even on our list of 8 that didn't make it. It's not even an honorable
It's
mention.
the poster that blows the movie. It's just like 3
Guys and a baby.
who and a baby.
It's
What's
3
gonna happen
It looks like 3
now?
pedophiles about to molest a baby.
3 pedophiles and a baby.
Did you bring condoms?
And there's a ghost.
There was no Chris Hansen
There's a
back
ghost.
There's a ghost in it. Look it up.
then. Yeah, you don't know about the ghost?
The ghost of Ted Danson. behind the curtain?
No.
Yeah.
The ghost in the window in 3 Men and a Baby. I've looked at it. It looks like a
It's
cardboard
Ted
cutout.
Danson, right?
Yeah, but I think that was like 30 years it took them to debunk it.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay.
So the very first movie that was super close to being on the list for
Still
best
don't know
movies
why I
of
didn't make.
87. But
I guess because we had to do Princess Bride.
hey, Princess Bride's a great movie. But this actor has another movie that's going to be on our list, probably number 1.
Maybe.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. He put out a movie called The Running Man.
Run.
It was directed by Paul Michael Glassner.
Starsky and Hutch.
That is what he's known for, Starsky and Hutch.
That's right.
Takes place in a dystopian America where a falsely convicted police officer must prove his innocence by going on a violent TV show to prove his innocence.
And a kick-ass movie.
It's a great movie.
It delivers to the audience. It's one of the most pinnacle popcorn
And it kind
movies of all
of
time.
like presents, if you haven't seen it, it kind of presents some ideas that we're going to have some problems with, I see, in the future with AI,
Right.
because
It's doing deep
they
fakes.
can
before
kind of
deep fakes.
fabricate whatever they want for the TV shows. For the TV show, The Running Man, you know, we got to watch out for that shit now.
And,
on
and
social
it's
media.
a cast of. I mean, it's a cast of stars.
Oh, it totally
for the
is.
80s. You got Maria Conchita Alonso. You got Jim Brown. You've got Richard Dawson. You've got Arnold Schwarzenegger. You've got Jesse the Body Ventura. You've got Yaphet Kotto, who I love, but he probably wasn't running with the rest of them. And then
He's
others.
the jogging man.
Yeah, he's the chubby jogging man. That kind of looks like a frog in that single bodysuit.
Yeah.
But you've got a great cast.
Yeah.
And it also kind of hits on the whole like bullshit shows everyone loves, where like people sit in judgment of others, like these talent shows, right?
Yeah, it's very modern even for the era.
But if things don't go their way, they'll just use AI to.
Instead of The Masked Singer, we're getting to watch The Running Man. And we're all there. We're voting for our favorites. We're picking who they want. The villains are the heroes in this picture.
Yeah.
And that's something that we don't see, but is very kind of normalized.
Well, the 80s setup for the hero villain is the hero is always just a good, decent man who's set up by the establishment and made to look bad, and now he's got to fight his way out. And this is the classic example of it.
But I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine!
And as AI gets even smarter, the manipulation of media becomes more prevalent. And that's what this whole movie is, how a government system is interacting with television at the time. But now it would be like the internet, and how you can manipulate and change opinions about people, about situations. I mean, Ben Richards, who Arnold plays, is a guy who is falsely incarcerated for a massacre he didn't commit, but they falsify it with AI technology.
It's the same premise as Death Race.
Right.
And the 2000 something Death Race is awesome.
Yeah.
The one with Jason's, it's awesome. Anyway, but this movie's awesome too, because it's the
Stephen
same
King
premise.
story.
Yeah, it's a Stephen King under his
Richard Bachman.
his
The Bachman books, I think, is what it's from.
yeah,
Is that
one of
correct?
his novellas, I think, yeah. And
He spent a lot of time developing the character of Dynamo.
his best character
Yeah.
he's ever written.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh!
Lighthead! Hey, Christmas tree!
it's the Man in Black, Pennywise, and Dynamo, right? When it comes to best Stephen King character.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
And probably the best vehicle after the Cadillac.
Well, I don't know. Dynamo might be over
Christine.
Pennywise though.
Christine, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
yeah.
Okay, if you want to see a
Can you imagine Dynamo driving Christine?
Ooh, definitely.
Ooh,
comment.
Oh! If you want to see
Run.
a Stephen King-esque based story set up in the greatest of all 80s fashions, with all of the action and cheekiness that you would ever expect, and you haven't seen The Running Man,
Excuse me.
you know what to do.
If you like the Hunger Games, you're gonna like its prototype.
Oh, it's yep.
And it's the Running Man for sure. It's a very I would say dystopian film is probably one of the most popular genres.
My favorite
today.
scene is the $6 for a Coke, and they're still putting coins.
Yeah,
in the
they're still doing
machine.
coins. Yeah, it's those little things now are funny.
They're
but-
hilarious, but then you were like, "Damn, it's gonna be $6 for a Coke in like 2000." Meh.
Yeah,
And they're not far
17.
from it.
Well, for me, when I was watching it as a kid, I was like, this is dope. A lot of action movies. This is great. But as an adult, I mean, other than Ben Richards, like everyone around him, like when he's in the real world, seems to be pretty happy. Maybe he's just fall in line.
yeah.
These people are starving. They're just looking for food.
You see how old they are?
There's a riot in the middle of
Long,
one of the
happy
major
lives.
cities because all of the people are rioting for food.
It is funny that all the people that are audience members are much, much older who still watch
They're
television. Like they're all post retirement.
Well, it's the White Lotus of the future.
Yeah.
They can afford to go see The Running Man.
Right.
The other people starve in the street.
Could you imagine? You remember when he was talking about the old lady? She's like, it's one bad motherfucker. Right?
One mean motherfucker.
Like if his old Family Feud, picture like a 17-year-old girl.
Whoops!
Well, I mean, the feud was still running.
He's always like kissing on the young women
kissing,
on the show.
kissing them right on the mouth. After
Yeah,
he's,
just let me get
All right, let's see. Bad motherfucker. Ding. Survey said. All right. I actually like Steve Harvey better. I'm sorry. All right, player, let's take a look up at the tippity top. That's sorry. He's better.
that's the Running Man I want to see. I want to see the new Running Man.
Oh my God, with
Steve
Steve
Harvey.
Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
Oh, come on.
And him every time.
Come on.
Ben
So
Richards.
who's Arnold?
It doesn't matter.
That's
Kevin
our-
Hart.
That's Kevin.
No, they'll probably get like Ryan Reynolds or something.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna pick.
Ain't Ryan Reynolds gonna be the new Black Panther?
Now, can you just see it? You know, I'll be back. Only in a rerun, player.
No, they have to be trans.
Oh, you know it. She's like, hey, Ben Richards playing bad motherfucker. She said bad motherfucker. Ah! That fucking shit. Yeah. That'd be great.
But
It would
anyway,
probably be like Elliot Page or something.
I mean, essentially, she'd just be Eddie Murphy's preacher character from Coming to America.
Corey.
From where?
Coming to America?
Oh yeah.
No, I love the and starring Elliot
Richards.
But that was Arsenio Hall.
Got you, bitch.
Yeah, get Arsenio Hall. Get him.
Oh,
Get Arsenio Hall.
Oh,
Arsenio Hall would be incredible. I know he was trying to make a comeback at some point.
oh my God! I'm taking him off. That's
I would
it.
actually really like
Arsenio Hall is the host. On
That is
Running
it.
Man. We are done. We are
Shit.
done.
Yeah.
This has been Movie Time Warp.
Loving the
Bye.
Ben Richards
That'd be
is
good.
wrong.
Have a good night.
I don't want to be right.
That'd be good.
But
I love the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? I love the Lord. And if loving the Lord is wrong, I don't want to be right.
overall, it's an
Imagine all of them going out there doing that fucking shit.
Oh,
That'd
they're
be
just
great.
hooting.
Oh,
They're all doing the Arsenio
this
whoop.
back. Oh my God,
Everyone doing that.
dude! It would be a cult classic beyond.
Goddamn.
My posse.
If
That'd be
you
the sick
did,
remake,
if you
though.
did a Running Man that played on the Running Man, if you literally did the Running Man fan film with Arsenio and played that angle up, oh my God,
Be really
dope.
good.
That'd be dope.
people probably wouldn't be able to handle it.
That'd be dope.
It would be amazing.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, and in case you didn't know, Arsenio Hall was a talk show host in the 80s.
If you didn't, hey kids, did you know? Do you even know who Arsenio Hall is?
You can look him up on Wikipedia. But the fact that we have Richard Dawson, the Richard Dawson,
From Family
being the
Feud,
host, well, and especially then, especially in '87, it's just like, no shit, Richard Dawson is going to be the host on Running Man, and you wanted to see an Arnie movie anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to see something of that action level, and that's also another thing about the '80s was it's different because we were going to the movies once a week usually.
Was that like the first like thoughtful Schwarzenegger movie that you could think of at that time? You had
Thoughtful.
you had Conan. Yeah,
You
Conan.
still like chicks, right?
Yeah, I like him a lot.
What are you talking about again? Thoughtful?
Well, you had Conan, then you had Terminator, where he was mostly silent in those films, right? And if he did have anything, it was very poetic, but like, oh, crime, I'm going to do this.
Well, okay. The anomaly of it was you knew that Arnie was going to be in a sci-fi or an action or something like that, right? You knew that's what was coming,
Yeah.
and so it didn't really matter
Yeah.
as long as Arnie came along with that or that came along with Arnie.
So he was just already cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how did y'all feel when Junior came out?
My body, my choice.
Yeah, how did you feel about
Dude,
Junior?
I was past it at that point.
Oh, okay.
I liked it.
Oh, yeah?
We were talking about like either you went to the skating rink
It was fun.
in the early 80s and then went to the movies, or you were trying to hook up with chicks and like looking all tough with your stupid leather jacket with, clothespins in it, and then still going to the movies.
And you walk up to the poster for Running Man and you're just like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Did Running Man or Predator come out first?
It was the same year. That's why we're talking about
One
it.
was a June release. I don't know.
Oh, that one came out in November too. So there
Oh,
you go.
wow. Just
Wow, a double dose of Arnie.
just a bunch of
I
running.
know I saw them both in the theater.
Weren't you lucky?
Yeah, it was actually. Other than age and the fact that I have to be old.
Literal rising star, I guess, at this moment. He's done. He had big.
He's
movies.
already up there. When an Arnie movie's coming out, you're already like, ooh, cool, Arnie's coming out. Something.
We're past Commando, which is 85. He's already got. He's established himself.
Like, okay, on HBO, when you saw something by De Laurentiis, you already knew that was probably going to be something big.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it didn't, there were a lot. He did, Jesus, what what De Laurentiis produced for that time period was all of the nerd movies that all of us like. So, you know, if it was De Laurentiis, you're like, okay, I don't even know what it is yet, but I saw his name. Let's go. Let's see what's up. And Arnie's a part of that.
That, and it's a Stephen
King.
It's a Stephen King film without knowing about it.
It's so loose, though.
Oh yeah,
It doesn't feel like Stephen King at all.
Well,
No.
because it's not.
No, because he wanted to use his pseudonym name, right? Richard Bachman.
yeah.
So you're watching it and you're like,
So was Dynamo a Stephen King idea?
yeah. He said, give me the most flamboyant guy you can find and put him in a Christmas tree suit, looking like a Connect 4 thing from back in a Light Bright. There you go. Yeah,
That's
one
what
of
I
those.
thought.
You get that really cool sled scene though when they're all being shot down through the sled. I do like that sequence, them all going into the game zone, and you see them being launched through the pipe.
Yeah, they'd be dead.
Oh, well, they would be dead in real life, unless you're the Goonies.
They just don't say die.
But
I mean,
it's
they can't die.
80s.
They don't say die. They can die.
Someone can die.
And they would have died had they taken that fucking
And
hit.
why
to
do
that
they send
sled.
them in the sleds?
Because
It's just, yeah, it's cool. Like, okay, what of all ways to get them into the gaming field? Send them with these crazy rocket sleds.
Love it.
Well, it's just funny because
And I also love the compromised positions they had everyone in while they're waiting in the tubes. They're just like,
And
it
then
looks
Arnold
like,
gets a nice, comfortable
the
one.
thing
yeah.
is, look, when
and
they're
it looks like
fighting
they're tied into an
Buzzsaw-
S&M club. They're like, eh.
When they're fighting Buzzsaw, they're under the fucking bleachers. So what was the deal with the long fucking bobsled thing? Like, where were they going?
Were they underneath the bleachers?
Yeah, they could hear them cheering.
I thought that was just because they were pumping in audio.
No, I think they're under. I'm pretty sure they're under the
Because they're
bleachers.
talking to him later through it, too.
They could hear the crowd like cheering, stomping, and they're like, "We're under the fucking studio."
It's all movie magic, huh?
So why do they have to bobsled through this long bullshit thing
It's all movie magic.
that would have killed a normal human being?
Because we love it. That's why we go to the movies.
It is. So let's move on to our next movie. We're going to talk about it, maybe just for a second. Is Mannequin.
Oh yeah.
No, Masters Universe. I don't know. Maybe Surf Nazis Must Die.
Okay.
There's some great movies. Babysitter's Club.
Saw them all.
Amazing.
HBO
Can't Buy Me Love.
Oh.
didn't.
But one we did all talk about was Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Part 2.
Yes.
Part
Because it was
2.
cool.
That was
Tony
a good,
Scott.
Yeah.
was a good flick.
Ace, tell us about Beverly Hills Cop 2. I know that's one of your favorite movies.
The film direct.
It's going. It's still going.
All I smell is your bullshit.
153 mil. Worldwide box office 276 mil.
It was a really big movie, right?
It's,
Yeah,
That's a
man.
huge movie for then.
Fuck yeah.
That's like $1 billion in today's money.
Yeah, produced by
real.
Don Simpson.
it did better than Spaceballs.
Actually a sequel. A sequel to the first one that came out in 84.
84.
84.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much the breakdown of this one is Captain Bogomil was on like a was like his only case. Like so he was on a case. I wouldn't say it was secretly, right? Yeah. So he was on the case. I guess he got too close to it. Pretty much got popped. Axel Foley.
on the case again.
Axel Foley, played by Eddie Murphy, heard about what happened to Bogomil and told his captain some old bullshit and then took his ass back to Beverly Hills to figure out who shot his friend in Beverly Hills.
So basically,
And then they just go on just some funny shit. You know,
Well,
a lot of action, a lot of funny shit happened.
the hook.
Man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Right, that's the first one.
yeah.
That's number one, but it's still a good line.
But the hook on this is, you know, all the stuff they went through in the first one.
Right.
At the end of it, they're all friends.
Right,
There's a
They're
friendship
friends for life.
bond. Yeah.
Right. Just kind of basically like in the first one.
right.
And so it's an easy way to bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So this is Eddie Murphy saying, hey, you know, he's become very prevalent in pop culture after leaving SNL. He's become a glorified hit maker in movies, right?
No, anything he touched at that point, like Raw.
Came to
Shit,
gold.
everyone saw
to gold.
Raw the
Yeah.
first week.
The
Did his
Golden
album
Child.
come out at that point
Oh, yeah.
too?
Oh yeah.
What's that?
Party all the time.
Yeah, party all the time.
And Delirious.
Party
Written by Rick James.
all the time. Party all the time.
Yes, Delirious. Yes, Delirious is a fucking classic.
Oh yeah, but I mean at this point,
I'm
like
a zone of
whatever
films.
whatever Ed is doing is gold.
Right.
Yeah, like the Golden Child.
Mm-hmm.
Which I love. I love it.
But he was basically trying to step up his game. He wanted to do something a little bit more dramatic. He was getting a little tired of just being comedy. He wanted to step out of his box, what he was familiar with. He wanted to push himself. So what do we do in the second one? We drop comedy elements, even though comedy's still prevalent in the movie. It goes for a darker reach.
It becomes a darker action film.
And Tony Scott kills it.
And yeah, he's coming off of Top Gun.
Because he's perfect for it.
He is.
His visual style. I mean, if you watch part 1 to this, it's like night and day. Like, who is shooting this movie? The other one's got more of raw grit to it.
Yeah.
But this one has a polish but dark aesthetic that just feels like
if the police precinct in the first one feels more run down, all that. But now it's like it's bigger, but somehow feels grittier.
Right. It's very strange because of that dark aesthetic that Tony Scott's bringing. And Tony Scott, if you don't know, his brother's Ridley Scott. They have a similar vibe when it comes to things, but one went more drama, the other one went more of an action element, and this is where we kind of get that action element. We start to see Eddie as an action star more or less of a comedy star.
A comedy, yeah.
But you also see how Tony Scott takes a character and puts you with that character and then builds the villain as opposed to the villain. This is the bad guy. Tony Scott's never allowed that.
Yeah.
He's always built up the opposition to the point where you're like, what are they going to do now?
And the bad guys in this one, are different from like the typical 80s villains that we saw in the early. They felt more like television bad guys, if that makes sense.
If you took 48 hours and mixed it with Beverly Hills Cop, you kind of have Beverly Hills Cop 2 as far as
I can see that, yeah.
grit level or action level.
With Bridget Nielsen.
Because I like the 48 hours over Beverly Hills Cop.
Isn't this like 2 or 3 villains in this one? It's the Alphabet Bandit, but it's like what 2, 3 bad guys?
Well, you stack them up, but it's still that guy.
Yeah.
Who looks, god damn, he looks like a good villain.
Yeah.
It's
just I can't remember his name to save my life, but
the biggest
way to make a villain.
Well, you got Bridget Nielsen in there.
Yeah, and you have her looking, with the white costuming and stuff like that, the Uzis, those types of effects. It just looks glorious in the Tony Scott element where we're just seeing slow motion, where we start to see that more presented in action films. Slow motion is definitely becoming more prevalent, and he's making it look so slick. And then Eddie's just there at the centerpiece, interjecting himself with some comedy elements like that shooting range scene in the most gaudiest
that was funny
shooting range you've ever seen, especially compared to something like you might see later, like a Lethal Weapon or something like that, where that's more run down looking. You're getting like the high tech, and you're seeing all these you're seeing all the tropes that Tony Scott has of futurisms right in this comedy film.
Right. Talk about Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Might be on the list.
Who knows?
87.
Who knows?
You're talking about kind of like goofy, whatever.
Matt's already getting too old for this shit.
Making a smiley face on a target.
Maxwell Dent was behind the Alphabet Crimes. That was the character's name.
That was him.
Yep.
And you start to really feel like, again, like, even though they fought a lot in part 1, that camaraderie is really stuck there. You really have empathy for,
Well, they build scenes and moments for it where you're out of the comedy and you're into the serious and you're into the life-threatening, and it makes it better.
Was it Billy and John? They really bonded with Axel.
Yeah.
You could tell they're really friends, even though
they started
John
to respect him for what he knows.
I don't want to break rules.
Yeah.
I'm not losing my livelihood.
Right.
I'm close to retirement. I'm not going to lose everything for you, but he's still
looking for them loopholes.
Yeah.
The thing was, it wasn't that successful then, but in the long term, it's a kick-ass movie.
Yeah, commercially successful, but critically, I think people were just like scratching their heads when they saw it.
I guess if you want to call it the franchise of Beverly Hills Cop was doing this, and it went like that.
Yeah,
and it's
plateaued
not
already.
Bad. I don't know if it's a bad decision, but people weren't ready for it.
And you can say that about a lot of Tony's work.
But it didn't go down. It might have gone parallel, and in my opinion, it was more badass to watch.
What other Tony work would you say that about? I love Tony Scott.
Where his movies controversially, like, I think they're better later than when they come out. I would say a lot of his movies tend to do that way, like Deja Vu. I think it went over
Shit,
a lot of
not
people's
Man on
head.
Fire.
Man
Man on Fire is
baby.
probably
Good
one
God.
of the peak.
Man.
But I would say
Oh.
something like that. But like Unstoppable, I think
Classic.
a lot of people didn't see it when it came out, but then they saw it later, especially after he passed. Like they started reevaluating his work later.
Most of
Domino
Tony Scott's movies, though, I saw.
in theater.
Wait, no, after the fact.
Right.
Like, I never saw them.
I think a lot of his movies might have not performed well, but then people retroactively watch them and they're like, man, this is pretty good. Like Domino, I like Domino. It's like Man on Fire on crack, basically, if you want to look at it aesthetically. It's
Well, it's the
him
choice of
pushing
color,
it.
choice of shot,
Pushing
choice
it,
of
pushing
edit,
it,
choice
pushing
of
it.
everything that he puts into it.
Yeah.
And it, who's your favorite?
Days of Thunder.
Ridley Scott, Tony Scott. I like Ridley Scott for his subject matter,
Yeah.
but I like Tony Scott for his choice of shots.
Right.
Let's not
Every
forget True Romance. Probably.
I mean,
Oh man.
it's fun.
That's
Again,
his-
though, choice of shots. Fuck.
Classic.
Side, his work is prevalent. He's a very great director, but I feel like it was always Ridley. People thought about him as the auteur, but Tony's just the guy who made action movies. If that
Tony's my
I
favorite
feel-
out of the two.
I mean, Ridley made bigger films.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
Name-wise.
Right. Like even
Yeah,
even
so-
his flops are reevaluated later as like genius. Like Kingdom of Heaven, the theatrical cut, not good. The director's cut, people are like, it's the best thing they've ever seen. That's what Ridley kind of presents. But Tony, he's always had this
Tony made
retroactive-
Top Gun, bro.
He made Top Gun. He made very big
The
action.
Last Boy Scout.
Right. Some would say schlock. I say fun.
No, I
Okay,
take
but
Tony
if you
Scott over
handed
Wrigley.
okay, but I mean, I pick Ridley, but if you hand Tony Scott this, he delivers beyond that.
He'll
and
kill
he did
it.
every single time he made a film.
I'm always entertained
Yeah.
by his work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Hey.
Yeah.
Well,
Beverly Hills.
I mean, when I was out there, I had my buddy John take me on the bridge that he jumped off of.
wow.
Therapy
I just
session
had to
again,
do
I
it.
see.
Yeah.
How'd it feel?
I mean, it's the bridge. You just thought about like what it would be like if you jumped off where he jumped off of, and then you're like, damn, dude.
Not good.
That last Boy Scout character hits hard.
Nobody likes you. Everybody hates you. You're gonna lose. Smile, you fuck.
All right, so what else didn't make it? 3 O'Clock High. Y'all are all a bunch of communists.
Tell us about it, Matt.
3 O'Clock High is one of my favorite movies of all time.
What's it about?
It has high in the name.
3.
It's not Masters of the Universe.
No.
What's it about, Matt?
Well, it's about a high school student who has the worst day of his life.
Aww.
And it's done in a fashion that you haven't seen yet by a director of photography that we will speak about in one of the films that actually made the cut this year.
Is it better than Summer School?
Yes,
Is it better than Harry and the Hendersons?
it's totally better.
What about Revenge of the Nerds 2?
Totally.
Another one.
Yeah. The only reason you got me on your side,
Because it's visually
about that, 'cause-
spellbinding
because
as hell.
visually, when you broke it down to me, I joined your team. I remember at first I was like, this is so stupid.
This wasn't feeling it
But
till
right.
he talked about the aesthetics.
I mean,
Right.
it's an 80s male fantasy mixed into the shittiest day you ever could have as a nerd in high school. And it's done brilliantly. Absolutely brilliantly. It's flawless for that type of 80s high school comedy. And in my opinion, and I know I'm going to catch flack for this, but I actually like it better than Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Damn!
I know.
Well,
No, that's ignorant.
But
let's talk about a movie I really
And ju-
enjoyed. It's not
but
on the list.
It's visually spellbinding. The story is captivating, and the end is great.
Excuse me.
Well, this movie I have is better.
Absolutely.
Do you remember it?
No.
Disorderlies?
I love
With the
that
Fat
movie.
Boys?
Yeah.
He's having a spasm. I saw it. I saw Disorderlies.
That was a that is a that is a cult classic, man. That's just
Surprise, motherfucker.
And it is the most stock shot film of all time.
So the next movie we're talking about is a film I watched. It's a film I watched called Dirty Dancing. classic film. Let me
Hyler?
just describe it for you.
I've never
No one puts
seen
baby
it.
in a corner.
You want me to
So,
tell you about it,
Break
Matt?
it down for me.
Please do,
Nobody
sir.
puts baby in a corner.
All right. It's about a young lady
Baby.
who goes on a vacation trip, 16-year-old girl, with her WASP parents up to upstate New York to a little resort, little country club resort, where there's a lot of just more white people there. And well, they're learning about
A lot of white people.
ethnic things like lambada,
There's still a lot of white people in upstate New York.
Yeah, a lot of white
a
people.
lot of dancing, different type of dancing.
I've been to upstate New York. There's a lot of
Oh, yeah.
white people.
Well, a lot of doctors went to this country club, and they're learning about the things that. What happens in Cuba? Well, we're going to have white people of lower class teach you about Cuban dancing, and that's what we call dirty dancing.
Well, they actually probably hang around Cubans.
Ooh, well,
Dirty too.
it was the 60s.
I never got that whole, like,
Yeah.
we're going to teach Cuban dancing, and I never dawned on me.
Well, because they would never dance like that because they come from an upper class, and to them that's, oh, wow, we're seeing a show. Look at how they dance. So you're seeing
Watching
all
a show of goddamn deviants, all they're doing is rubbing their fucking dicks and asses on each other.
Well,
Nice.
they don't get to see all that. They get to see the higher level of it, but at night, our young lady, our
A
16,
higher level of deviancy.
she goes to the club after night, and she sees them dancing a little bit more dirty. They're rubbing their groins on each other.
Some more stank on it.
More sweat, more stank. And she's just enthralled with it. She just is encapsulated. She meets our young Patrick Swayze.
Did you say she gets wet?
I don't want to say that because she's underage.
Oh,
But
well, the actress isn't.
Jennifer Grey.
Jennifer Grey wasn't. But Patrick Swayze was
Nose.
extremely older already. But he is like 26 in the movie, they say. And she's 16. So it's a 10-year difference. But she is infatuated with
She's
him.
turned on.
She's turned on.
It's dirty dancing. Let's read between the fucking lines. We know what this shit is. She's getting turned on by watching these people rub their genitals on each other.
Well,
You're sick. You know that?
one of the country club attendees has sex with his partner, and they have to have an abortion. And her father is luckily a doctor and helps with the situation going on. And they get all the money to rummage it up, and she's like, "You should."
Up, Corey.
And Dad's like, "You shouldn't be with them." And she's, "Daddy, I love him." But first, before we get to that,
Dad does the abortion anyway.
does the abortion
No.
anyway?
He helps her. She gets the abortion. It goes wrong. He fixes it.
Right.
So he doesn't do the abortion.
Right, he helps, but he needs a partner to still dance with. So baby has to learn the dances. But in between that, they're also dancing in the sheets, having premarital sex in the 1960s.
Are they?
Underage women.
Or are they just dancing?
Well, they do have lots of
I think they're
sex.
just dancing.
They dance a lot in
They're
them
just
sheets.
dancing. I mean, the dancing is basically just dry humping. It's bullshit
think-
dancing.
To songs like "Do You Love Me?"
Unless they're meant to be physically dirty.
No, it's sexy. It's a sexy movie.
It
People
is.
love how sexy it is. He
called
sings
Dirty
"She
Sexy."
Like the Wind." Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, my mom likes it. Can we move on?
And then eventually the dad says, "Hey, get out of here. You're no good for my daughter." And he leaves, but he comes back when she has to perform, and he catches her. And then the only
Who?
black people in the movie are watching her there. In the,
So from what I heard, they said Patrick Swayze had a little history in dancing, and it took Jennifer Grey a little longer, and he was just a dick to her on that set.
I believe it.
what
'Cause
I
he was
heard,
already
yeah.
he was already performing.
Was this
Exactly.
before Red Dawn?
This was after Red Dawn.
Right after.
So they
He
got
was
a
the-
relationship.
Yeah, he was already older, and he's an asshole.
Yeah, they said
I'm
Patrick
sorry.
was a dick, man, because it was taking Jennifer a little long to get those steps. So he was like, come on, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? Like he was a dick.
Yeah, he's
It's really funny to think
Nobody
about
puts baby in a corner.
an 80s dickhead wearing dancing clothes.
oh yeah. Well, he took ballet.
That's
stuff his whole
fucking
life.
stupid. Can we get
Yeah.
this bitch out of here?
He's a fucking.
Oh, these are
Well,
tight.
He's a dick.
While he's
man.
practicing his pirouettes.
This
My
is
throat
pressing
hurts.
On my, is this pressing on my buttocks?
She doesn't know how to thrust her buttocks into my crotch for this dirty dancing.
I can't dance.
I
Swallow my
can't
cum.
express myself with her. She doesn't have any talent.
Well, that's basically how he was on tour on set. He didn't think she could keep up with him. Which, you know what? This is the trilogy of good Patrick Swayze movies.
They did a
It would be hard to keep up with Swayze.
I mean, he's a triple threat. I mean, he sings the song on the album. She's Like the Wind.
They did a lot of takes with that when he
Oh,
lifts
he's way more
when he
talented
lifts
than
that bitch
Jennifer
up in the
Grey.
air. I heard they did about like 6 takes of that shit, man. They said Patrick was getting pissed.
Oh, I'm sure he's in the corner. just
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck! How many
Corner of
times I
the
gotta lift
pond.
this bitch in the air?" Like it
Like,
was
what's that?
He's in the corner of the pond.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
doing it. Well, in the lake.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
Nobody
get it
puts
right.
baby in a corner.
And he's tired of no one puts Patrick in a corner. Is
Yeah.
basically what he wanted to say. He was very tired. He's the baby. He's the baby.
What was he?
No,
He's the baby.
Don't talk shit about Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, rest in peace, Patrick.
Well,
Talk dirty to me.
Roadhouse, y'all. Roadhouse.
Anyway, incredible film,
I hated Roadhouse.
but
What
also
the fuck?
oh my gosh.
Come on. What are you, a teenage girl?
Fucking Roadhouse was.
Roadhouse. What does teenage girls got to do with Roadhouse?
Oh, God.
I just want to be clear. We're doing Matt, right?
The last 25 minutes of Roadhouse went completely fucking left. I was like, "What the fuck?" I thought.
When it becomes Street Fighter, when he's just ripping throats out.
I agree with you, man. Roadhouse. I was like, "What the fuck?
What am I fucking watching?
Where is this going?"
Right. Anyway, whatever.
It's a
Yeah,
Roadhouse.
Yeah, whatever.
Ignorant.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
whatever.
What am I?
Yeah,
who
they're
am I here
fucking
with?
ignorant. Corey, who are these sound bites
Fuck
for?
you say to me, you little shit.
They better be for
Anyway.
these two assholes, because Roadhouse is awesome.
Anyway, Dirty
That's
Dancing
what I'm
is
saying.
Yeah, okay,
No,
good.
that's ignorant.
anyway, Dirty Dancing is sexy, but in the lens of now, maybe you shouldn't be talking to 16-year-olds when you're 26.
Whoops.
Well, one of these days he's going to break out of this dead-end job and dance.
He's gonna dance on Letterman. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Going to Barcelona.
He's going to move to L.A. and
You don't understand me,
dance
Dad.
on Broadway.
There it is, on Broadway in L.A.
Yeah. That's a
That's what he's
70s
doing.
show joke.
Making it all the way to Los Angeles Broadway.
I'm going to Los Angeles' Broadway. They can't stop me.
I'm going to be a theater actor in Los Angeles.
And was it Dirty Dancing actually filmed in North Carolina?
No, was it?
I think so.
Was it?
Wasn't it
Yeah.
De Laurentiis'
Yeah.
joint
Yep.
as
Was
well?
it? Was
Yep.
it just the tree that they dance on
Was it
top
North
of?
Carolina.
I'm pretty sure the whole thing was shot here.
Yep.
It could be.
It was also shot in Virginia too, but
Oh,
mostly
wow.
here.
Okay.
Wow, I didn't realize it was all mostly here. They might
What other movies can't replace
The more
Princess
you
Bride?
know.
What's next? Well, we could dive
What's
into another classic, Oliver Stone's 1987 film, Wall Street. An incredible film,
Greed is
Greed.
good.
and why it's good. Thank you, Corey.
You ever hear about Wall Street, Morty?
Actually, that was a Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah,
That's classic.
That's
Yeah.
a better film. But we have Oliver Stone after his 86 win of Platoon, going into now from war. He's going into financials.
But he really didn't. He swung for the fence for over a decade.
Oh yeah,
And
his
he-
whole 80s is that swinging
Dude,
for the
into the 90s, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
The
Jesus,
early 90s,
dude.
yeah. Wall Street's a pretty good film. It's about, Charlie Sheen as Bud Fox, and he's meeting Michael Douglas as Gordon Gekko.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen's the new guy.
He wants to climb the ladder. as
Right,
fast
we're
as-
gonna learn how Wall Street works through Charlie Sheen's character,
Right. And Gordon Gekko is the main guy. He is the guy of Wall Street.
who everyone, I think Matt will tell us that everyone looks up to.
Right.
Who is the villain? Who's a piece of shit, but everyone likes him, right?
Yeah.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Good villain character development makes for good villains.
But he made an idol. It was like an idol though. Like people wanted to be him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, he says a lot of incredible lines that make you question morality.
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
Yeah, it's like a... Oh, God, I can't remember his name.
Donald Trump.
I'm gonna come.
He was the devil in American Gods.
Oh.
Him in Tombstone. I'm not Tombstone, but oh fuck! Can we just cut this part out?
Yeah, we will.
Wow.
Anyway.
Move along. Move along.
It's basically a film about how much will you destroy to get what you want in the end. And, it's about Bud Fox, who wants to climb the ladder, who wants to be a hot shot on Wall Street, but also at the angle of, will it also hurt his family to get there? His father works for an aviation company,
Blue Star,
and he's going to see how he can incorporate that and get that into Gordon Gekko's hand, but Gordon's going to take that and then sell it off.
Well, he didn't initially say he was going to sell it
Right.
off. He was like, I'm going to help.
Right.
But then once he runs the numbers, once he's in control, it's like, oh no, it's better if I just tear this apart
Right. We see that happen a lot with a lot of modern
So
companies.
Charlie Sheen's character is like,
It's
now he's got to confront,
Right.
like, oh, my father that raised me, now with this new guy, Gordon Gekko, who's like,
Yes. It's
taught me everything about Wall Street. Which way am I going to go?
which
Well, are
father
you
will he
willing to
choose?
ditch your humanity to make it?
Will you ditch?
It's like swimming with sharks. It's the same thing. It's the same concept.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
it's
how far are you? I mean, do you have the nuts? Do you have the balls to go this far, or are you just talking shit?
These nuts.
do you put your loyalties with your biological father or your surrogate father? And that's kind of where this movie shows it. And
Mentor. We'll say
yeah,
mentor.
mentor, right?
Mentor.
But we see it like through visual components, like where Talking Heads, This Must Be the Place starts playing while he builds his new empire, while we see like all the blinds in the house have prison bar type vignettes going throughout of it. You can see that money becomes his prison. Wealth becomes the prison that he encapsulates himself with. And you see all the Oliver Stone high thought in there, where sometimes can be highfalutin, but it's also it's high storytelling that he's
I
trying
didn't
to
catch
do.
on to that. I didn't.
Really?
No.
See, that's the stuff.
That's Stone and everything.
Yeah, the subtleties of those things that he wants to put.
You know, I haven't seen a lot of Oliver Stone. I can only name Natural Born Killers and
Doors?
Platoon.
Have you seen any Oliver Stone?
Have you seen Doors? The
Oh yeah,
Doors?
and the
Yeah,
Doors.
the natural,
U-Turn?
natural born killers.
And Scarface.
Scarface.
He wrote that one. That's De Palma directed, but he wrote it.
Didn't he do South Central?
I don't believe he did. I know he did JFK, Born on the 4th of July, Platoon.
Oh, I saw Born on the 4th of July.
But he did a lot of political type genres and then financials kind of interweaved.
He's
all
sort of cast into that area.
Yeah.
The fact that he did The Doors was kind of interesting to me when it came out.
Yeah, it seemed like an
But I
odd
love-
choice.
well-
but it was 60s.
That was probably the best movie about a rock and roll band.
Yeah.
Are you talking about a biopic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pre-biopic, a biopic that's better than all of them?
Before it became the
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
I like the formula. I know what you're talking about. I like it. I think Bohemian Rhapsody is a great movie.
Really?
I liked it. Thought it was great.
I liked it too.
Sorry, he produced it.
Oh, okay.
He produced it.
Oh,
South
okay.
Central.
Yeah.
So he knew he produced.
I even
South
like the Weird Al one that just came out.
Well, that's
It's a parody of it.
Walk Hard's my favorite. If
Walk
we're gonna-
Hard makes fun of the
whole thing.
Yeah, I like that too.
But it does it perfectly.
I like how the setup is for the biopic for the rock bands and all that shit, and I like when they make fun of it.
Yeah.
I like the parodies of it. I love all of it. I think
Just
it's
love
great.
it. But this is Oliver Stone, post Platoon, so he was still kind of firing all cylinders. I would say this is kind of a or like a casual movie. If Platoon was very heavy-handed with like what it was trying to say thematically, this is a little bit more of a step back of just letting things happen. It becomes like an odd, cat and mouse game.
Right, but Stone loves to build his tension.
Yeah, and it ramps up towards the end where
and
you
he
can
does,
see-
and he always. It seems like he leads to tragedy.
Right.
God, I mean, like U-turn.
And if you
By
separate,
the end of it, you're like, okay, stop. My face bleeds.
and he becomes a little bit more heavy-handed as he goes on his career, especially once you get to Wall Street 2, Money Never Sleeps. It becomes way too, like, the characters become too artifice of who they were, or to become kind of like caricatures. So this
I like
is why
the
this
speech
is better.
he gives on the beach on his cell phone.
On the cell
In
phone.
in the 80s, on the beach on the cell phone, it's like, wake up, let's make this money.
Yeah, it's very opulent era, and like the way he shows it is him looking at the sunrise with a digital device that no one else can afford.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can wrap my head around like that was the shit when that movie came out because
that's what people probably misinterpreted as I want to be that guy, right? Yeah, I can see.
I want to be on a beach on a cell phone.
Yeah,
I want to talk on a phone on the beach.
I want to cheat my way to the top.
Oh yeah!
What other movies are we talking about?
What's that, Matt?
What other movies are we talking about?
I felt like destroying something beautiful.
Gather around, kids. Let me tell you about this movie, Hellraiser.
I came.
Gonna get spooky now. Let's
Okay.
talk about something scary.
Ooh.
Are you going to intro me or what?
I just did.
The box. You opened it.
It's a sexy horror movie.
Is it? It's a visceral horror movie. It
kind of fucked up sexual shit are you into?
Okay,
deviancy
for
is
its time.
It's like Dirty Dancing. It's
Yeah.
deviant.
very deviant.
Instead of rubbing your genitals on each other, it's let's fucking hack them off.
Pinhead is the Dirty Dancing of Hellraiser. Go on.
It's canon now.
All right, so to give you the idea of what was going on when Hellraiser came out, it was edgy for 87. We had just come off the Satanic Panic. Everything was satanic. Satan. You know, if I had this shirt on, I was a Satan worshiper.
Hail, Satan!
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yeah, I got hacked for playing Dungeons and Dragons. But the funny thing about it is, I remember when it came out, people saw it the first week, and they're like, dude, it's the scariest movie I've ever seen in my life.
You played Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
What was your character?
Well, basically, I would do, like, human elves.
Humans are lame. Anyways.
The fact that you play it now is lame. Can I get on with the Hellraiser here?
Do it.
Okay.
Go on.
No one
Oh,
interrupted.
you hurt my feelings, Matt. Don't go.
Fucking nerd. Roll the dice, Corey.
At least I have fun.
You rolled a 20 on critical hit, man. You got.
I rolled a 20 on
You have
cold.
fun the wrong way, nerd. Nerd! It's Warhammer 40K.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so the year is 1987.
In 1987, a little horror movie came out.
A little horror movie came out that didn't really have the best of all budgets, but boy, was it visceral. And, you know, the 80s was a funky time. You know, we were coming off the Satanic Panic, and anything that had anything of these type of themes, it was often said at our church that if you went to see it, you could lose your soul.
Hail, Satan!
So the first thing that we did when we heard that was to go to the theater to see the film.
Goddamn right.
I didn't lose my soul, but it did scare the dog shit out of me. It scared the 17-year-old in me really bad.
Yeah.
And
Sure you didn't lose your soul?
Corey, I have soul.
But he's not a soldier.
I love you. That must mean I have some kind of soul.
Wrong.
Okay, I don't love Corey, and I don't have a soul. So anyway, I lost it when I went to the theater.
Tricks.
But Hellraiser is a visceral, I guess you would say, satanic venture
Yeah.
into horror filmmaking.
Hail, Satan!
So this is a Clive Barker joint, right? This is kind of his first big film after Rawhead Rex in 86.
It was the one that broke him out.
Yeah.
It was the one that everyone knew after it was in the theater. And regardless of what the budget was, it was so on the edge of a horror film. You know, it's something you hadn't seen before.
It's so different.
Yeah.
Freaking scary and dark, and visceral.
Do you know much about Clive Barker?
I mean, I know that he is a dark motherfucker.
Yeah. He was a playwright in the 70s. He was also a prostitute during that time as well.
Shit.
So a little bit of everything.
Deviant.
He kind of got a little, he kind of saw the whole world in that time period. And then he started writing novellas, stories after stories. And that's where the Hellbound Heart came from, which got turned into Hellraiser. So he was kind of taking a little bit of the S&M life that he was seeing and turned it into a horror film.
See, I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
But you can definitely see the darkness in his writing.
He's also a
and in his
painter.
filmmaking.
Yeah, he's also a painter. Like, he's just one of these Renaissance guys, right?
Yeah.
He just a little dude, does everything. So
Except for women.
that's right. He's a homosexual.
Gay.
He's a homosexual.
Not that that has anything
Doesn't
to do with
matter.
the movie. Just Tyler says he does it all,
But he does.
He doesn't.
Well, all right.
coming day and night.
All right, let's just say this for the 80s, for 87, for being a gay man writing a horror film and directing a horror film in that era.
Yeah.
You'll have to give a shout. You know, he must have been extremely artistically talented for all of the people of that time period to go, we should probably give the gay satanic guy a shot. His writing's really fucking good. Well, I don't know. And they go for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Do you think they
have
knew?
Clive Barker.
I think
You
he was.
think they
I think
knew?
he was always openly like.
Was he?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
If not, they probably.
if you
questioned
judge by
the
his
film.
filmmaking, I doubt he would hide from you.
I think Rawhead Rex even gave it away. If you've never seen that movie, but it's about a monster that's like.
Well, I love the Hellraiser movies, but I started with 3.
You started with Hell on Earth.
Yeah. And then
North
I
Carolina.
saw Midnight Meat Train, and then I went back.
Wow, you went.
Wow.
Wow.
What a journey.
Yeah.
Now Midnight Meat Train is also like.
Midnight
Ugh.
Meat Train's dope.
Yeah, it's really
Whoa,
good.
it's a great movie, but my God.
You went. That's very interesting.
That's a weird
Wow.
journey.
Yeah, so I was
Man.
kind of like, I didn't really enjoy the first Hellraiser because
Well, I don't
I'd
know
already
that-
seen how far
I think you need to
kind of tame.
Yeah. Well, I think you need to watch 1 and 2 together.
If you're talking about 87 Hellraiser, I mean, I was nauseous during the movie.
Yeah.
You hadn't seen that yet.
Pussy.
The one thing I will say, I really like the movie, but I do think it doesn't. I think you have to watch 1 and 2 together because it feels more complete.
Yeah,
Whereas
I get that.
The first movie just feels like there's too much of a cliffhanger, of like and just kind of open. Where 2, it finishes the story.
Plus, it's dabbling with leads and shifting positions of leads.
Yeah, you go from the father, you go to the daughter, you go to
the wife, you go to the brother.
Frank.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, Pinhead and the Cenobite show up for like 3 minutes, but then they feel more important to the entire film because they're on the poster.
And it's odd. And I
We
mean,
get
I
10 more
realize
movies.
it's shot with a limited budget, but they spent what they could spend. And 95% of the movie is spot on, although they do spend a lot of time in that frickin' stairway. It's just the last bit where the hell thing happens and you get the weird being that's on the dolly and you can see the track and the rigging that doesn't look real at all.
But
and then the house burns down and they're in a parking lot outside of a parking deck with a chair on fire. And
So-
you're supposed to accept that that's the burnt down house. It's like the budget was gone at that point. But everything up into that moment was freaking scary.
So let's explain the movie a little bit.
I think that's kind of why that's why it didn't make the list.
Right, because it feels incomplete and there's so many little flaws. And I think if you watch 1 and 2 together, it would have been a better.
But it's still a peg
Yeah.
in the impact of horror movies.
Well, yeah, it's 40 years later and we're still talking about it. Of course,
Right.
I mean, it made a statement.
Right, but all right, like what are the movies that made big impacts? You're talking about Halloween made a big impact.
Right.
Christine, Friday the 13th,
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
every known horror movie.
Right. I mean, there's like
Really.
Last House on the Left. There's some fucked up ones from the 70s.
Sleepaway Camp.
But this is like in the post. I mean, it's almost post slasher at this
But
point.
like if you're looking at a graph with the horror movies of the 80s, Hellraiser said
Thank you, Corey.
and came back up.
It's
It was
classic.
Right, we're 8 years
it opened up the visceral door to horror films.
We're 8 years away
and
to
made it more
Scream.
mainstream.
Right, so we're almost at the complete end of a genre of slasher films, and he's kind of like him and Chucky will come out in '88 are kind of the last 2 big slashers.
Candyman.
And Candyman, yeah, he's like the very final of that era. Before we start to get to like maybe the Fisherman from.
Oh no, dude!
The last one is Saw.
Hold on, wait, no, dude, that's
He's not a
actually-
slasher.
Scream and Saw.
Wait, but that's interesting. I never really thought about it that way.
Yeah.
We're kind of at the end of the slasher genre.
Well, all they do is repeat themselves once you get into the late 90s and to now.
Or you
Well,
start.
I was watching it after the fact.
Right.
I wasn't living through it.
So you're seeing the tail end of a genre come to its end. So
Like I get into horror with Scream.
Would would you maybe even say it's the rebirth of the genre after the slasher era?
It's a
where the slasher era is sort of like the passe, but still kind of fun.
I will say it's like the transformative part of it. It's kind of like how Jeepers Creepers the Creeper, he comes out later, but he's a transformative part of like a slasher, or even like the demonic creature. He's something new. He's like the Wishmaster, but doesn't really work that well.
But the last of the effective slashers would have been the Scream.
That would be the end, even though it's a satirization of it.
Exactly. That's when you know you're at the end.
Because after that, you get the post-slasher genre, and you're getting like, I Know What You Did Last
And then
Summer.
you get into
who
the
is a
remake.
nameless, it's just a fisherman guy. It could be anyone off the street. Whereas we don't have
Urban
a name.
Legend.
Right. We get people off the street versus
Cherry
a
Falls.
dedicated
Final Destination.
killer, right?
My Bloody Valentine.
Right. We don't get dedicated killers anymore.
Which is a remake of the.
Which was really brilliant.
It was
Anyway,
good.
yeah.
But now we're trying to go through a revitalization.
But I never really thought about Hellraiser as like the tail end of a slasher genre.
Yeah.
And it.
Because, if it.
Like I knew Scream revitalized it, but I never really thought about like.
It's the over. Yeah, this is the end. Chucky will probably be the last big voice, and then Candyman, and then that's it. And then Scream is the beginning of making a satirization of that genre. So that's why I think we still talk about it, because Pinhead is such a unique creature, such a unique idea. Like, we haven't seen anything about the other side, demons coming out, sex being involved to a level where that's like, it's creating this whole
Is
new
sex
thing.
involved?
Oh, I mean, the whole point of
The whole
why
premise
the box.
is yes.
They look like S&M type
Frank's trying to find the next level.
Angels to
just saying,
some,
but
demons
what's-
to others. That's the whole idea.
But what's sexual about him?
It's the idea. Angels and demons.
You couldn't. I don't think you could show
What is
their
pain?
Sexual,
What is pleasure?
because you get it.
It's always
You,
a
you get
thin
it with
line.
Frank, and you get it with their affair and the stuff that you don't see,
Right.
that's implied. But you get it that Frank is looking for the next level, and the next level is this.
He's had
What's
sex.
the
He's
best
had
Hellraiser
drugs.
movie? Because I would say 3 is the best.
I
for
think
me.
I think for you, 3 is a good starting point because it is the most action packed before it falls off into wackiness.
Right.
But I appreciate the wackiness, and then also it's like I heard about
don't
the
at
movie
all.
because it was shot in Greensboro, and I was like, oh, they shot a horror movie here. I'm gonna watch
yeah.
it.
I hate that they changed it. It's been there for 20 something years and it's gone now. But I
You
will
talking
say
about the club?
right. But 2, I will say 2. 2 is probably the perfect one because it's kind of where we're seeing ideas run together, but we start to see Angela is now like the head person instead of Frank as like someone as a threat, who's now getting involved with a doctor who wants the next level of what can be after helping a patient or having life at your hands. And that's kind of his sexual options, is saving a life. What if he was the doctor of all doctors, right? And creation and saving life is creating new life. Kind of like Dr. Frankenstein. That's what that
You say you're
doctor is
looking
up
for
to.
hot sex.
Well, see, I watched this, but then it's like what you're saying is kind of opening my mind to like, oh shit, like I didn't realize I was kind of watching the end of a
Yeah,
horror subgenre.
yeah. These are the last gasps of it.
Because
Yeah,
I love Chucky.
Yeah.
I like the imagery of Hellraiser. I don't like the franchise that
Shocker.
well, yeah, but I understand that, and I think that's why the Hulu
much.
remake.
Franchises are just the Hulu remake wasn't that great.
I think the visuals are great. It's too dark. I can't see the movie. That's a problem, maybe with my television, but it's
Problem with a lot of modern
You also,
movies.
I mean,
there's
there
a lot of problems.
You also don't think you can have a male character that degrades a female character
To that
in
level.
that way, to that level anymore.
Especially like with Angela, like
Are you still a virgin?
her whole idea is she hadn't had those experiences that Frank is about to open up to her.
Right, and they don't show. It goes on, and the sex scene goes to implied anal sex
Wrong hoe, fool.
originally, but they take it out of the film.
Right. You know that it's like
She's getting dirty.
I mean, she's
Yeah.
getting
Dirty,
she's getting,
dirty.
She's getting, she's having sex on top of her wedding day dress, like probably the day before the wedding, with some guy she just literally met.
Well, if you're gonna do it,
Oh, Jesus
I mean, yeah,
Christ.
yeah.
if you're gonna do it, well, we should move on to our next movie.
Do it.
One of them that's missing the list, it's kind of disappointing, was Near Dark. And it's difficult now to find a copy of it or to get your hands on it
Anywhere.
for whatever reason. It's in the
void.
It's in the ether of films from your childhood,
And terrible box art now.
I guess.
Yeah, if
But,
you want
I
a
mean-
copy, it's $150.
But it's a great movie. I mean, it's family redneck vampires, and I know that sounds like something that
suck your dick.
that Corey would make with his friends, but it's not. It's a more serious level. It's scary.
Pussy.
It's edgy.
It's
They mess with the vampire genre.
yeah.
Like, I love when they get caught in the car and they're spray painting the windows just to make it black.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, it's like this white trash answer to being a vampire. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But it's great.
Yeah, they take the found family aspect of like these vampires of different ages across time
Right.
are collectively in the desert, which I always love. Vampires in the desert, which is like the worst place for them to be.
like John Carpenter's vampires. Like, why are they in the desert?
I love that concept though. It's just something about it.
And they always go back to what Paul says.
Dust Till Dawn.
Dust Till Dawn. Vampires in the desert is a cool genre.
It's a cool idea.
But they answered it quite well in Dust Till Dawn with the temple and all that. But
Right. But we're getting into the idea of the found family.
The world is a vampire.
The found family aspect of like their different generations in different ages. Like one is like an immortal 12-year-old. And then
One of them's
one
from
is
the
a
Civil War.
Civil War.
which like
Little-
I want to see this movie so bad.
Mhm.
You can't find it anywhere.
Have you never seen it?
Never seen it. I watched
Shit,
clips
it is
on YouTube.
Really cool, and I haven't seen it in like 20 years.
Like the scenes you talk about, I watched. But like, I actually want to sit down and watch it.
Well, Bill Paxton with
And I'm
I
not gonna
hate it
buy a
when they
digital
ain't
copy.
shaved. It's got great it's
The scene with him in the bar.
yes
Yes.
absolutely. But it's also, you can tell that it's not a big budgeted film.
No, it's a very small budget.
So they took themselves seriously and they made this.
Yeah.
And it turns out better than what the budget or what anyone would have expected. I saw it in the theater. and I've seen it on DVD once, and that's it.
Wow.
James Cameron had his hands in it because a lot of people from Aliens
Yes.
were in this, and I forget the relationship between the director of Near Dark and James Cameron.
Well,
but
after
I
he
know
was
that
with
Well, you had Paxton, Hendrickson, and the chick that played was it Vasquez?
Vasquez,
Yeah.
yes.
You ever been mistaken for a man? No. Have you?
She's a Jewish lady.
She's bad as
Instead
fuck.
playing a Latino lady in another movie.
But anyway.
Yeah. But the the way they connect is James Cameron was married at one point to first-time director or first-time big film would be Near Dark is Catherine Bigelow. Later she would go on to do The Hurt Locker and stuff like that. But we probably know her best as doing her third film, which would be Point Break. So she goes from Near Dark to Blue Steel to Point Break. And you can see the evolution of the direction. She already had a quality eye behind the image. It looked great. This is a very clean looking 87 movie for a low budget film.
Well, I don't know. I wonder like if her group of friends were a bunch of guys and
she
they were
feels
going
like
to see
that.
horror movies together.
Her whole
But
career
she
feels
got
like
it better than they
she
did.
feels like the
one of the
lone
guys.
woman in the
Yeah, but she nails it. You can't fuck with her.
tomboy. She's a tomboy, right?
That's what it
Seems
feels like. And you see
because her movies are fucking dope.
all her movies are
They're very
action-packed.
you think they were made by a man almost.
Yeah, and but she's got this
Careful,
quality to her.
Beasley.
Whatever, come after me.
So sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
I mean, you look at the Hurt Locker and stuff like that, and this is like someone that's giving like an
Cancel
intro,
Beasley.
like even like with Point Break, there's like cathartic feelings behind the villains. And
Yeah.
you see that through all her films. Like you start to understand, empathize with the vampires and what they're doing. You do that through Point Break. You start to see how Johnny Utah is like hanging out with Patrick Swayze and be like, man,
I kind of like this guy.
these guys
I really
are
like
cool.
this
Yeah,
guy.
like
They're
Point
accepting.
Break is my fucking shit.
Want the ultimate? Gotta be willing to pay the ultimate price.
And even like with Blue Steel, if you've
she
never seen that
owns.
film, I mean,
Well, even
you see
even
that.
all right, even to the very end of Point Break, you don't really hate the bad guys.
No,
You don't
You want to run with them, kind of.
get it.
you
It's
don't want
very,
him to get caught.
It's very. They're very Gen X.
Right.
Are
But
they not?
still, at the same time, Keanu's like, no, they're the bad guys, man.
I caught my first.
I'm in a
kid today,
conflict,
sir.
you know. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna jump out of this plane without a parachute because fuck it.
You're gonna jump or jerk off.
And it's sick. It's a sick film.
Oh, it's a great film.
She's an incredible filmmaker. So I hate that this film is not more available for more people to
It's
see.
very annoying.
I would have
wanna
loved
watch
to
it.
have
I
get a
had
copy
just,
to
like,
watch it for
I had to
this
watch
show.
scenes on YouTube.
Same here.
All right, check it
So
out.
annoying.
Just watch if you can find it. Watch
If
it.
you can find it, if it shows up anywhere, watch it.
Yeah, dude. What he said.
Trust me, you're gonna love it.
What if we take a down and out actor and put him in a movie that he needed to be in to make his career go back on track? That's what Good Morning Vietnam.
So
Really?
Oh yeah.
yeah, Vietnam took place in Vietnam, and things happened. and
Where's the movie take
Robin
place?
Williams.
Okay.
There was a war
I-
there.
All right.
There was
so
a war there.
Oh
the,
yeah,
the
so
Robin
here's-
Williams
here it
leading
is.
the Robin Williams leading up to Good Morning Vietnam was all hyper in cocaine based comedy and Mork and Mindy.
Right.
Like his HBO specials are ridiculous.
But he didn't have a film yet that like solidified him. He's been well known for Popeye and its failure. That's kind of where
Popeye
it
was a failure.
Oh, it's huge.
Oh,
immense
yes.
failure.
It flopped? I didn't know.
Oh, it flopped like a bitch, but
Oh,
it's a
shit.
cool movie.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's
It's
Robert
just-
Altman. They built the sets are still is an actual town you can still visit to this day, but the movie flopped so hard and lost a lot of money because it's a set that's still a living place you can
Dude,
go
it's
to.
just it's surreal,
Yeah.
and you're coming off the Mork and Mindy kind of dope, and you're expecting a different sort of Robin Williams. You don't even know yet that he's
Right.
an incredible actor. But you know, I mean, he definitely proves it later on with things like Good Morning Vietnam, Dead Poets Society, and Jesus, 1 hour photo, and Insomnia. Christ,
Insomnia was
whenever he shifts into being a dramatic actor, it always impressed the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Well, he also did double duty in Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's right.
Look,
He's
yeah,
an incredible
let me get back to my point here.
Go ahead for it.
But all right, so if you take a misplaced individual and you send them to Vietnam, and they're just not the person to be at Vietnam, and they get there and they do what they know, and they end up doing something that improves the situation.
Right. It became a voice, a way to channel for these people.
That brought something to the people in Vietnam that was like, okay, this feels like home.
Right.
I'm laughing instead of sitting there worrying about what's going on tomorrow. I'm laughing, and there's all of these scenes in Good Morning Vietnam that make you feel that way. Adrian Cronauer is pulling you up out of it,
right?
And they give you just enough of all of it,
yeah,
to make you there. But then you also add the aspect of friendship with the other character that they bring in, and betrayal, because you're an American and I'm Vietnamese.
Right.
And that there is a division like that occurred then. And there's a lot of people that felt that. We didn't understand that. We weren't there. They bring it out in the film.
And like with how, like with World War II, comic books were very prevalent during that time period. And that's what kind of people channeled anything, their feelings, emotions through. And it got the GIs through like situations like, hey, I want to be like Captain America. I got to go and fight for my, my country, my men, everything like that. Radio became the channel for Vietnam. The voice through that. And then eventually, television and things like that became a part of this. But radio was a way where we could channel our music. Rock and roll is now most prevalent. But we also had, comedic flavor. We needed to have the radio disc jockey was kind of becoming more prevalent during this time as not just someone who put on records, but was also a way to communicate.
It was also the break from the information they were getting and to a realistic side that they felt.
Instead of seeing just devastation.
Or no, instead of seeing instead of hearing what the government wanted them to hear all the time, he was talking to them from their perspective. He was listening to them when he was, you know what I'm saying? He was bringing a feel to their world instead of just the lacquer of bullshit. Hey, do this for the flag.
Yeah.
And, there's some of the harsh tones that go on within the film that are also the ones that hurt.
Right.
It's a great scene. I remember from when I was a kid and I was watching it where it's like, I don't exactly remember why they had to stop the caravan of the soldiers going to war, and his Jeep pulls up behind so-and-so from the radio. I forget his name in the movie.
Adrian Cronauer.
Yeah. And like, no, you're not. And he gets up and he does a whole little bit for him, and they're all just like laughing.
Right.
And they're going off to die.
He knows half of them aren't coming back.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
those. When I was a kid, I was like, that kind of hit hard with me.
Right. And then also across the faces, when they show the faces of the people, there's one guy that's like, it's funny, but that's the one that he sees.
All right. Yeah. And it's like,
it's this. If you can keep this kind of real in film now, you commies, then you might actually have something that people like instead of all the shit you're pumping out. Excuse me. Anyway, it was human, and I felt it. And I don't feel things very much anymore.
And we're like, post 15 years after Vietnam, this movie was coming out.
Yeah.
Platoon, the biggest movie of the year, was previously in '86. Oliver Stone was pretty much took most of the big categories: Best Picture, Best Director, all that stuff.
Well, what are your heavy hitters?
During that time?
All your heavy hitting Vietnam movies. What do you got? You got Platoon.
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. You've got
Casualties of War.
Dead Presidents.
Casualties of War. Dead Presidents.
Yeah.
And wait, Apocalypse Now.
First Blood.
Let's it's a post. But anyway, so of all of the films, you still include Good Morning Vietnam in your Vietnam movies.
Right.
But it's not about being out in the shit.
Right.
It's about mentally being out in the shit.
It's very close. Unfortunately, Full Metal Jacket, not unfortunately, but they came out in the same year, so...
If we had to pick a war...
Okay.
We went with Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, we went with Full Metal Jacket, but I still... I really feel that
we all debated on this for a long time.
Yeah. It's an incredible film. It's an incredible performance. It's seeing, finally, Robin Williams being reeled in. I think, he was too abstract. You see him as Mork and Mindy for a long time. That's all he was to people until this film. And then you start having Dead Poet Society. Then you start having Good Will Huntings. Mrs. Doubtfire, all that stuff was finally channeled. And, of course, Aladdin and stuff like that. They finally found him a way to be him on camera, but also the dramatic element worked. And everything finally clicked.
And it's gold.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not just a comedian. He's an actor.
Yeah.
And he's a damn good one.
Yeah.
So we got one more.
Let's get it.
Movie that did not make the list, but we want to talk about it.
What is it? What is it?
There's a lot of vehicles.
You mean planes, trains, and automobiles?
What kind of
With
vehicle?
John
that's
Candy
the one.
and Steve Martin?
Whoa!
I want to go ahead and hit y'all with a fucking little fact about this movie.
You play with your balls a lot.
John Hughes did not originally want to cast Steve Martin and John Candy.
Who do you want?
He wanted Tom Hanks and John Travolta.
Wow.
The fuck?
That'd have been a very strange film.
Whoa.
Just gonna throw that out there. I like to come with facts. I haven't come with any facts on this episode, even though it's our first, but I do come with some facts sometimes, and there's what I'm throwing at you.
So wait, was John Travolta supposed to be
John
Steve?
Candy.
No.
What? He was supposed to be Candy?
Shut the front door. I thought for sure, based off of Bachelor Party, that Hanks would have been Candy's character.
He was trying to flip the switch on it.
The studio did not want John Travolta because they considered him box office poison.
Yeah, at that point he was.
Tarantino hadn't come in and done his thing with him yet.
Well, why didn't they pick Hanks? Because he wasn't box office gold yet? Because he's in a string of...
He was getting
They
there.
didn't say why.
Okay.
Oh, no. Sorry. I remember now. He was wrapped up in doing big.
That would make sense, and that was a better choice at the end of the day for him. So.
Well, so they get Steve Martin and John Candy, and they couldn't have done any better.
Oh yeah.
As far as Odd Couple goes, they nailed the shit out of it.
No, I'm simply stating a fact, that's all. You fidget with your nuts a lot.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Due Date?
Huh?
Did you ever see Due Date?
No.
That's a modernized version.
Yeah, I think that shit is so goddamn funny.
Yeah, I think that's the new version. Yeah, I always thought that was the new version of it.
It definitely is, yeah.
But
I saw Due Date before Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Wow.
And then you watch it and you're like, this is Due Date?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was Zach Galifianakis and Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, and it's so fucking funny.
It's funny.
I love Planes, Trains, and Automobiles for what it is and the time period and what John Hughes did with it. I didn't realize that he did a cut of it that was 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, there's a lot left on. And if you watch a lot of deleted scenes, there's one incredible one where John Candy's like got food on his chest and he's trying to flick it right into a trash can while he's got a cigarette in his mouth, and he does it. And it's just cutting just hours and hours of footage that's incredible that they had to leave out. That just even that's gold. Like the performances during this movie. The empathy that you start to see unroll as the movie goes on. A lot of people call it a Christmas movie, but it's actually more of a thing. It's a Thanksgiving movie. But it kind of gets lost in that idea. And
well, you're sort of set to be in Steve Martin's mindset.
Oh, the whole movie you're here.
And then Candy is the lower class, representing everything about people.
I mean, he's
annoying.
a traveling shower curtain salesman.
Curtain hoop salesman.
Yeah.
You know what would make me happy? Have a couple balls and an extra set of fingers.
And Martin is, of a different stature. Look at the home that he goes to. It might as well be in Kevin McAllister's neighborhood. It's that level of like, he's got something to go home to, whereas Candy has nothing to go home to.
But and the thing about it is you find out about Candy's character throughout the course of the film, but you don't actually know until the end.
There's a funny little thing though, like Hughes didn't have a set. He had a whole idea and a script, but he kept rewriting it. They made 8 sets that were supposed to take place in this house, and there was this whole storyline where the wife was she was thinking that her husband was cheating on her.
Oh wow!
That just gets cut out. Could you imagine being the producer or executive producer who paid for all these sets and they just don't get used?
I mean, it would happen. I mean, this movie is interesting because this is in
the scene where he's got to get his car when he gets kicked off the plane.
Yeah.
All those they rented all those fucking cars.
Whoa!
Wow!
That long ass shot.
That one scene.
Wow!
Oh my god!
But
it's like 200 cars they had to rent.
I mean, Hughes was at that point. I guess this would be.
He could get it then.
Peak. This is peak moment. Yeah. This is right before. I mean, he filmed it. There's also a Kevin Bacon. Side for another movie.
She's having
a baby.
Yeah.
That's happening at the same time, these two movies. And also Great Outdoors is also in this era as well.
Oh, it is?
Oh, same time period, yeah. I think 88 for Great Outdoors. But they were all being kind of filmed right along the side.
But Great Outdoors, it's not in the universe.
That's my shit.
It kind of is.
Well, the train is running at that time.
Watch the end sequence where they're trying to figure out to name the baby, and she has a baby. And you can see they're asking them in Great Outdoors because they still have their costumes and the location. And it's Dan Aykroyd in them. So it's a lot of weird, like, what
And also the car that they rent is the sedan version of the station wagon in National Lampoon.
Oh my gosh! And I'm sure there's probably an Uncle Buck in there as well.
But 6 1/2 dozen the other. You take two very different people, and have them go through an experience together, and against all odds, friendship ends up being the end result, and in the most John Hughes heartwarming way you can possibly imagine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the last scene of the film will bring you to tears, because he realizes I've been through hell with this guy.
Yeah.
And I could say fuck him, but I'm not.
Goes back.
There's no way I'm gonna let that guy spend Thanksgiving by himself.
Yeah.
And
there's something to that person deep down under all that noise and disgusting behavior that's worth being with me right now at Thanksgiving more than anybody else.
And
that's what Hughes did.
Yeah. And you can see this is Candy really trying to step up his dramatic roles. He got tired of just being
doofy,
the comedy guy,
the doof.
Yeah, because I mean, even with like Great Outdoors, he wanted to come in with a full beard, and they made him shave it. They're like, no one's gonna recognize you. You need to be the fat guy. You need to be Peter Griffin. We need that clean shaven, bumbly guy. And he always wanted to be something transformative, but they weren't allowing him. And then even like in JFK, his scenes got cut short because he was like, Oliver Stone even had to have a conversation with him saying like, you're John Candy. You're not known for this, so no one's going to take what you're doing as serious.
What about Michael Myers in Glorious Bastards?
Well, even
sheep shit. It's amazing.
Right. But like,
this thing goes back to the same thing with Robin Williams. They can do it.
Right.
Let them do it.
Yeah.
You can see every comedic actor tries to step out, and some are very successful. Some flounder in it or don't have that chop. I never see like Chevy Chase really do a dramatic. I mean, like The Invisible Man. Any of that.
Jim Carrey. I mean, The Truman Show. When he hits the sky with his boat.
Oh, he's incredible,
dude.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
When he was in
Jumanji
2.
No, well, also Soul Plane,
Did you know they wanted to do in 2020? They wanted to do a remake of Planes, Trains with Will Smith and Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Ooh. What do you think about that? What do you think about that, Ace? It's just who would play who?
Panderverse.
You know who's going to play?
We're talking about black people. Ace.
I think Kevin would have been Candy. I think Kevin would have been Candy, and Will would have been.
Really?
I go reverse.
Yeah.
So instead of fat guy,
subvert expectations.
Fat guy, little guy, they're doing tall guy, short guy.
Will Smith
be
the weird guy.
Really?
Actually, if you see his stuff he's putting out now, he's definitely going.
Dude,
I was just about to say, you think Will would have pulled it off?
Dude, I'm not a fan of Will.
Goofy.
I'm not a fan of Will anymore, but I think he could do it.
I prefer his.
Okay, I was about to jump on you for that. Like, not anymore.
No, I used to be a huge Will fan.
Will Smith killed
but his toxic lifestyle over the past 10 years, I am done with it.
I mean, he would
not
definitely
a Will
play
fan anymore, man.
He would definitely play the straight man character, but I would rather see him play the Candy character, just because I think
he can do it. Look,
Kevin Hart can actually play the straight man really well.
It's no fun to drive to the end of Will Smith Street. Like the last 2 blocks of Will Smith Street, you don't fuck with, but the first 10 blocks are great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but 6 1/2 dozen the other. I mean, I could see him doing it.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Oh, I mean, it's 5 years later.
Yeah, this was in 2020 during the pandemic. They was talking about it.
But hey, those are honorable mentions for 1987. So hopefully you enjoyed us talking about that. And you'll.
Because if you didn't, there's 10 other episodes.
If you didn't like it, we're sorry.
If you didn't, then fuck you.
We're sorry.
Hey,
I love y'all.
Come on, Ace. Be nice.
I love y'all.
Be nice to them.
I don't know any of y'all. I love you.
But we're going to upload this episode with our 10th choice for best movie of 87. It's our 10th choice.
It's number 10.
Number 10.
I don't think it's number 10, but whatever.
Well, it's debatable.
It's debatable. But hey, it's our 10th choice.
Number 10.
We're just getting started, so
join us next week.
Like and subscribe on whatever you're watching this on.
Stop.
He doesn't want us to do the like and subscribe, but you need to like and subscribe.
I mean, this is our first episode. It's getting started. So if you like us, you can.
Yeah, so it might just be on one platform and not a bunch. So that's what I was getting at. So it's probably just YouTube or Spotify. Anyway.
Join us there.
You know what to do.
Click the button.
We're not telling them what the movie is?
Oh, well, I mean, it's up. They can
We
watch
talked
it.
about it the whole episode. We're not going to give them the 10 that we're going to talk
All right,
about.
tell them what number 10 is. Where are we starting off with?
Well, the
Number
next
10
episode
is-
you can watch right now is
Yeah.
Lost Boys. Enjoy.
Let's jump in. I like vampires.
Who doesn't?
Michael.
Michael. Michael.
Michael.
Just noodles, Mike.